Welcome to this lesson. So in our today's lesson, we're going to be talking about water. So basically under this topic, we'll be focusing much on the properties of water. Okay, so basically what we're able to see here, so that's the structure of water. So the chemical formula of water is written as H2O. We have a 2 which is a lowercase there. So we don't write the chemical formula of water as H2O like that. So that is totally wrong. Okay, and this is a correct one. Yeah, so let's go right into it. The properties of water. Okay, so I've always been saying that biology is actually a very simple and easy course to pass. Okay, so look, just from the structure of water, we are able to get one property of water. We have seen that oxygen is slightly negative and hydrogen atoms are slightly positive. Hydrogen atoms there are slightly positive and oxygen atom is slightly negative. Okay, just from the structure of water, we are able to get one property of water. So if we compare the electronegativity of oxygen and hydrogen, we are going to find that oxygen is more electronegative than hydrogen. So what it means is this. So to be more electronegative, it means that oxygen will be acting as a magnet to the electrons. It is going to attract more electrons to itself than hydrogen. So this is what it means. So more electrons are going to be attracted to oxygen. More electrons are going to go to oxygen than hydrogen. That is what it means to be more electronegative. So oxygen is more electronegative. So now, since oxygen is more electronegative and then more electrons are going to go to oxygen, then here what is happening is this. Since we are having a covalent bond here, there is some sharing of electrons which is happening here. So this is a covalent bond which is happening here. So that's a covalent bond which is happening there. So that's a covalent bond and that's a covalent bond. The whole of that is a covalent what? Molecule. Okay. So what is happening? We are sharing somewhat electrons between hydrogen and oxygen. Now, since these electrons are not going to be shared equally, so we are going to term that as what? A polar molecule. So this is a polar molecule. Okay, like that. So why polar? Because electrons are not going to be shared equally. How? Look, we've just said that oxygen is more electronegative as compared to hydrogen. So meaning more electrons are going to be attracted to oxygen than hydrogen. Okay, so now since electrons are going to be shared unequally, so we are going to term that as what? Polar covalent molecule. Okay, so water is actually a polar covalent molecule. So now, since we are having a polar covalent molecule, so even that bond, we're going to call it as what? A polar covalent bond. The bond between oxygen and hydrogen. Even this one is going to be termed as what? A polar covalent bond. Like that. Polar covalent bond. Okay. So that's a polar covalent bond. Now, let's take, for instance, maybe you are having a cup of water. So basically, in that cup of water, we are not having just one. So, okay, that's a cup of water. Okay, so that's a cup of water. So in that cup of water, there are numerous of what? Of water molecules. These water molecules, there are so many of them in this, just in one cup of water. There's not just one water molecule which is there. There are numerous of water molecules that have been joined together by somewhat forces. Now, what are these forces? Okay, so let's talk about these forces. We have one water molecule as that oxygen and hydrogen like that. We also have oxygen and hydrogen like that. So what will happen is that this is what? partially positive, and this is also partially positive. So the partially positive atoms are going to be attracted to the other partially negative atoms, which is oxygen in this case. Okay, so what will happen is here we're going to have oxygen. Okay, so we have seen that we have connected, we have joined this one water molecule with this one other water molecule. Okay, so what has happened there is we have introduced another force. So if we combine one water molecule and another water molecule, we are going to get what? Water. Water like that in a cup. So the force between hydrogen and oxygen there. The force between hydrogen and oxygen there. If we combine two hydrogen, rather, if we combine two water molecules, we are going to get what? Hydrogen bond. So the hydrogen bond is between what? One water molecule and another water molecule. And then for the polar covalent bond, it's between what? It's between just within this water molecule. Okay, I think that's all about this video. So in our next video, we're going to be talking about the properties of water. So the properties of water. So in this video, I just wanted to introduce some forces that are associated with water. Okay, thanks for watching.